Welcome back to Connecting Africa. There's something about running in the streets of Johannesburg with shoes made in Kenya. Now, Kenya produces long-distance runners that rely on imported shoes and, of course, big brand names. But Kenyan startup Enda has become the first footwear brand focused on high performance on the continent. And I have to say, pretty comfortable. At just over 17,000 feet, Mount Kenya is the country's highest peak and a national treasure. In November 2020, a group of local runners challenged a record that had been unbroken for 25 years. They set off to run up and down Mount Kenya in the fastest time ever. And they did it, setting new records for both the fastest woman and man on the challenging 48.5-kilometer climb. There's one piece of equipment they all relied on: the first ever running shoe made in Africa. The brand is called Enda, and they sponsored the record run. The company was started by a Kenyan-American duo in Nairobi 5 years ago.
I love this E10, but it has to be same color or darker.
The shoes are packed with references to Kenya.
The eyelets have red, green and black. That's the colors of the flag, of the Kenyan flag. And again, that's kind of just paying ode to the nation and basically making it stand out as a shoe that's coming from Kenya.
The logo represents the tip of a spear, the traditional hunting tool that can also be found in the country's coat of arms.
And lastly, we stuff them with Kenyan newspapers. So then people around the world can get a break from their politics and join our politics. You're like, what is going on in Kenya at this particular time? But I think this is important to also get other people into other cultures. If you look at other countries, they've really managed to package their culture and export it and make money from it. Running is the one thing Kenya is really good at, and we haven't really tapped into that.
The Enda team was determined the manufacturing process would benefit Kenyans. Although the majority of the materials are imported from China, the shoes are built here, just outside of Mombasa, where Enda employs 42 workers.
I do feel so proud. I am so proud because I'm putting a shoe that comes from my country, my blood country. I'm happy. I'm happy. I like my job so much. I produce 250 pairs in a day. The shoes is light, very comfortable. When walking, there's no interference at all. You just walk as the way you have no shoe. Very nice shoe.
The brand has really started to make a name for itself. Last year, Enda sold more than 7,000 pairs of trainers. That's 10 times as many as the year before. 90% of orders came from the United States.
I think there's a couple of factors that helped the brand, especially this year, become bigger. One, I think, for instance, the social justice movement going on in the US, Black Lives Matter, and the whole idea to buy black, support black. And a lot of African brands and African-American brands have benefited from that. And so when you're looking at, especially the running space, how many running shoe companies are black owned? I don't know, us, So that has definitely helped.
The more shoes that are sold, the more the people of Kenya will benefit. 2% of the revenues goes towards community projects such as this one, helping kids get basketball training and learn life skills. Enda also sponsors professional athletes. Their feedback is crucial when it comes to developing the shoes.
Stability, then the comfort. Yeah.
What I look for is comfort and stability, because when your shoe is stable, you don't have to think about where you step. With our feedback, the shoes have changed and improved over time. I love them.
So mina nasikia mzuri.
It feels good to think that I'm wearing a shoe that was made at home. When other runners say that they are using imported shoes, I'm proud to say that I'm Kenyan and I'm wearing a shoe that was made in Kenya.
Mimi ni Mkenya na kuna kiatu imeundwa Kenya. So mimi na feel mzuri.
For now, the pros use Enda shoes only for training, like here in Eton, Kenya's famous high-altitude training base. Someday, the Enda team says they want to make racing shoes too, to help their athletes win Olympic medals and break world records.
In the next 5 years, I definitely see us as a top 3 running brand. I like to say top 3, but we are definitely going for first. We are very much on track to be able to do that. But I also wanted the brand to mean something, you know, like for it to be a cultural thing, that you're not just wearing shoes, but you are part of a community.
And that sense of community comes through in every pair of Endas. Harambe is written on the sole of every shoe. It means pulling together and helping each other. It's the Harambe spirit that has allowed Africa's first running shoe to be a success around the globe and change the lives of hundreds back home.